Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden, to this short class. Again, we're thinking about balance. And as I said before, we're not just thinking about standing on one leg, we're thinking about balance within our lives. Balance between too much of one thing, too little of another, and vice versa. So we want to have that nice balance between things that we enjoy, maybe things that we don't enjoy. And as I say, the yin and the yang, the perfect balance leaves life in harmony and we feel good. So we're going to begin by lying back and down on our mats. So get yourself comfortable, roll your shoulders away from your ears, maybe rock your head gently from side to side so that it comes to rest in the center of the back of your head. Your arms are rotated so the backs of the hands are on the floor, and the heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat, the heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat, and just let everything surrender onto your mat. So you have made the effort to get on your mat, to start this recording. This is your time. Don't let anything interrupt it. Don't feel guilty. Time spent on your yoga mat is never wasted. So just take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. And a nice, soft, whispery exhale. So we're breathing in and out through our nose. Inhale and exhale. And I'm going to come back to one of my favorite expressions. Breathing in, I calm the body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So yoga helps us to be in the present, and I think balancing poses really do make us think about being in the present, because you have to focus so hard. I know I always notice how quiet the studio classes get when people are balancing, because everyone is really focusing on that one thing. So we really want to be in the present. It's our time to just be here now and let everything that has gone beforehand go. Forget about anything that you have to do after this. Just allow your complete focus to be here on your mat for the next 25 minutes or so. So maybe you'll notice that your breath has already begun to slow down. So we're going to encourage it further, and we're going to do Nadi Shadana. So we're not going to use our hands or fingers, we're literally going to do it as a visualization. So we're just going to visualize the air moving in through the left nostril and out through the right, and then coming in through the right nostril and out through the left. So that's one round. So it helps actually if you sort of flare your nostrils slightly, and then we'll take a normal breath, and then on our next inhale we'll begin. Inhale, visualize the air going into the left nostril and leaving through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale through the left. And then just return to your natural breath. So of course, ideally we would spend a lot longer doing that. 3 rounds is hardly enough, but I wanted to do that because it is such a lovely calming breath. It is a breath that balances as well as calming, because your left nostril is associated with Ida Nadi, the right nostril is associated with Pingali Nadi, and they both come up from our Muladhara chakra. They move their whole way up through our body, and then they come together almost at the bridge of our nose, and Sushumna Nadi comes right up the centre of our body, so it's the main one. So it is nice to sort of have that balancing aspect. So we've spent a few minutes settling the physical body, calming the mind. So now we're ready to begin the physical aspect of our practice today. So just have a wee stretch, whatever way you feel you need to. And then bring your knees into your chest, very briefly, a wee squeeze. And then straighten your left leg along the floor. Bring your right hand to the front of your right knee. Use your left hand to keep this left thigh firmly on the floor. And we're just going to do 3 circles round to the right. And make sure you make them circles, come right across. And then change direction. In fact, I shouldn't be saying right and left, clockwise and anti-clockwise would make much more sense. Gosh, it's taken me a long time to realise that. And notice just how it feels on that side. So we'll swap sides now. So same thing, right hand on the right thigh this time, and left hand at the front of the left knee. And we're starting this time, we are still starting with clockwise circles. And just notice how this one feels. So for some reason, this hip feels quite completely different for me. And then we'd have done 3, change direction. So you maybe don't want to hear me talking about how my body's feeling, but I'm really only trying to draw your attention to observe really how your body is feeling and be aware of it, because you don't want to do anything that is going to hurt any bits that are feeling a bit creaky. So any injuries, any new aches and pains, treat them with respect. Don't be forcing yourself into anything that you know isn't good for you or is going to hurt you. So bring your knees or your thighs in again, and we're just going to begin to straighten our feet up towards the ceiling. So maybe point your toes away and spread your toes out. Maybe bring your big toes toward your face and all the other toes away, and then swap over big toes away, rest of the toes towards your face. Just a wee warm up, and notice how that feels. So now we're going to cross the right ankle over the left. Bring our hands up overhead, or not overhead, in line with your shoulders. And then we're just going to lift our bottom off the floor. So we're just going to lift up and down. So we're not swinging our legs back, we're lifting them up towards the ceiling. So we'll go for 10, because we have to do the other side as well, don't forget. And of course I'm talking instead of counting. Would that be about 10? Let's hope so. So now we're going to cross the left ankle over the right. Same thing again. So when you're ready, big inhale and exhale, lift. And this side again feels different from me. And I did a lot more than 10 on the other side. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them a wee rock from side to side and just notice how you feel. And then plant your feet down and just bring the soles of your feet together nice and briefly into supine Baddha Konasana. And if you have the flexibility in your shoulders, arms out at shoulder level into cactus arms. And of course, as always, if you can't get the backs of your hands on the floor, prop them up with blankets or blocks or cushions or something. You don't want your hands to be at half mast, or keep your hands down by the floor. So a few wee butterflies with your hips, and then use both hands to bring them back together. From here, we're going to straighten our legs out along the floor again. And we're just going to do a little baby boat. So shoulders away from your ears, arms down either side of your body. And we're just going to lift our feet and our shoulders and head off the mat 3 or 4 inches, no more. And we do it on an exhale. So inhale, and just the tiniest wee bit of a lift. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. And release. We'll do 2 more. Inhale here, and breathe. 1 more. Inhale. And maybe take a breath here this time, and maybe bring yourself up a little more. So we're not coming up far, just enough you begin to feel it, in your tummy. Big inhale here, and exhale. Bring your knees down, and we're going to roll onto one side and bring yourself up with your feet out in front. And we're just going to take a nice long breath and then drape your chest over your thighs. And maybe you'll reach your feet, maybe you won't. It doesn't really matter. And then from here, we're going to bring ourselves into easy cross legs. So sit on your block, rolled up blanket, anything at all that you need to make yourself comfortable. Maybe you don't need anything at all. I always like to sit up on a little bit of something, not very much. And take a big inhale, feel your breathing right up from the sit bones, right up. Shoulders relaxed. And then we're going to swing our arms up and overhead, look up at your hands. So see if you can bring your arms more or less in line with your ears and just begin to fold forward. So we're only going as far as feels right for you. So notice, maybe think about what you were feeling earlier on when we were doing the hip rotations. That will maybe be an indication of where you want to go. So when you think you've gone as far as you can, then you just drop your hands down, and it doesn't matter if your head doesn't go anywhere near the floor. Mine doesn't. Not that that's any great recommendation, but maybe use your hands to walk yourself a wee bit further forward. So you're reaching forward, but at the same time you're pressing back into your sit bones, just getting length. Big inhale here, and then begin to walk your hands back nice and gently and bring yourself up again. So we're going to just lean back and change the cross of your legs. And it'll be the one that doesn't feel at all comfortable. Same thing again. Swing your arms up, reach up, and begin to fold forward. And again, pressing into the sit bones as you reach forward. So don't be in a hurry to get your head down. Keep your heart center lifted as long as you can. Keep reaching. And then when you think you've gone as far as you can, just drop your hands down. Maybe keep looking forward even. And then gently let your head go. So keep pressing into your sit bones. One more breath here and begin your little walk back. And now we're going to straighten our legs out along the floor. Briefly, well, one leg anyway. So we're going to bring our right leg in, and we're just going to take hold of our right foot. So we're going to rock the baby. So to begin with, you'll maybe rock your baby about level with your belly button. And then maybe you'll lift your baby up a bit, give it a bit of a better rock. And then if you want to, you can make a little hammock for your heel and bring your baby right up and rock your baby here. And if you're one of these very flexible people, can get your knee or your foot up across your shoulder, go for it. I can't, I'm not going to even try. So we're just getting a little bit of a different aspect for our hips here. And then gently set your baby down and we'll do the other side. So same thing again. We start off just rocking our baby quite low down. And then maybe you begin to give it a wee bit more of a cradle and lift it up a bit higher. And then if you want to, you can make your little hammock with your thumb, that'll crease your thumb, and see if you can get it up onto your shoulder. And you have got this hand to do whatever you like with, and just a wee rock. So we're actually going back as opposed to side. So we're trying to just get that different motion into our hip. And then gently put your baby down. And we're going to just roll over and meet me in tabletop. And then from here, we're just going to have your knees below your hips, your wrists below your shoulders. And we're just going to rotate our shoulders. So this is quite nice if you have tight shoulders at all. So it's just giving your shoulders a slightly different movement, just briefly. And then we're going to tuck our toes under and walk your feet toward your hands or your hands toward your feet and meet me in Uttanasana. So knees are bent deeply. Take hold of your elbows and feel that you're stretching out along the back body. Crown of your head coming down towards the floor. And knees are bent as deeply as you need to. And then we're going to make contact with the floor and we're going to step back with the left foot and leg. And we're going to plant the right hand and inhale up with the left and exhale down. So you want to make sure that the right knee and ankle are in line. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and then from here we're just going to straighten that front leg a little bit. So you're drawing the right hip back, toes up towards your face, and forward. So just a wee rock back and forward, giving the hamstrings a wee warm up, a wee stretch, the muscles in your backs of your legs, a wee warm up and a wee stretch. And then the next time your leg is straight or more or less straight, you don't have to do this bit, this is a wee added extra. Maybe you lift up the back leg and look forward. So keep pressing into the heel of the back foot, press into the front foot, big inhale here, and exhale, lower the back knee down, press into the toes of the front foot, and we're back into Uttanasana. So bend your knees, hold on to your elbows, just a wee quick breather here, and we're going to step back with the right foot and leg. Same thing again, left knee and ankle in line. Press into the left hand and inhale up to the right and exhale down. Inhale up to the right, exhale down. Inhale up to the right, exhale down, and then we're going to straighten the front leg. So drawing this left hip back into its socket now. So just a wee rock back and forward, only go as far as feels okay for you. And then when your leg, it's not going to be dead straight, but fairly straight, maybe tuck your toes under, and now you can straighten both legs if you want to, and look forward. Or maybe even you can bring your head down if you want to, but strong in the backs of the legs, so just go nice and gently. And then bend the front leg, bring the back knee down, press into the hands, frame the front foot, tuck the toes under, and come into downward facing dog. So walk your dog briefly, so straighten one leg at a time, maybe have a little twist. And then come into your static dog when you're ready, shoulders away from your ears, shoulders away from each other, navel back towards your spine, pressing the floor away. Try not to let the weight come forward and just let your head go. Inhale, and open your mouth wide and go. We'll do one more of those. Inhale, and then from here, we're going to look forward, and you can either take just a couple of big steps or lots of little steps, but bring yourself forward again into Uttanasana. Knees bent deeply, then press strongly into all four corners of your feet and bring yourself up into extended mountain pose, or I've heard it called volcano, and hands together at your heart center. So feet are hip width apart, and just feel that you're pressing into all four corners of your feet. Really strong, solid base for your posture. And I'm going to turn around so I can face you. And then we're going to inhale, bring our hands up overhead, and exhale down. So feel you're pressing the air away. So inhale, bring your hands up, and this time we're going to come up onto our tiptoes. And exhale down. So one more, inhale up into your tiptoes. See if you can hold it here, reaching up. Really come up as tall as you can, shoulders away from your ears, wobbling's fine. One more breath. And gently lower yourself down, well done. So now we're going to step our feet about more than hip width apart, about 3 feet apart maybe. And again, we're going to bring our arms up into star pose. And we're going to come up onto our tiptoes again. And exhale down. Inhale up. Whoops. And exhale down. Now don't worry, because we all, every now and then, just don't quite get our balance right. Inhale up. Hold it if you can. And exhale down. And then from here, we're just going to fold forward and down, bend your knees deeply. And we'll take our feet a little further apart, and we'll just do a little skandasana from side to side. So over to the left, bring your right heel up. Over to the right, bring your left heel up. So you don't have to come down as low as I am. You can stay up sort of at arm's length. But we're just trying to get a little bit more movement into our hips. And you don't have to have your foot flat on the floor either. You can let it come up. So one more to each side. And this time we're going to walk our hands forward so that we're facing the short edge of the mat again. And very gently bring yourself back up to stand. So this is we're going into our little phase of balancing here. So remember that we don't often fall over when we're standing still. So it's when we're moving from A to B that our balance is challenged. So that's how we're going to challenge our balance today. So tell yourself I'm taking the weight onto my left foot and leg. And lift your right foot up. Bring your hands to your heart center if you can. Find something that's not moving and fix your gaze on it. Now see if you can do this without looking at your feet. Know that your mat is behind you. Big inhale and exhale, step back and plant the back heel. So we're lunging deeply into the front foot, pressing into the heel of the back foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up into Virabhadrasana 1. Reaching up and sitting down. Inhale up and exhale down. Really reach up, shoulders away from your ears. Big inhale here. And then we're going to bring our hands to our heart centers again. Step forward onto the left foot. Lift your right foot up again. So we're going to do Trikonasana. So if your Trikonasana is here, you're going to bring your toes down, maybe touch the floor, or to the inside of your calf. So I'll turn round. Or if you want to do the full pose, you're going to bring your foot right up to the top of your thigh. So I'm going to turn this way. You'll see why I want to be this way in a minute. So I rushed in there, so my balance, I haven't settled myself. So we're in tree for 3 breaths. And you can bring your branches up if you want to. Fix your drishti in something that's not moving. And then we're going to release the right foot gently if possible. And begin to fold forward into Virabhadrasana 3. And breathe. One more breath here. Whoops. And then step back into Virabhadrasana 1. Bring your arms up overhead. Reach up and say, it was lovely to have 2 feet in the ground again. One more breath here. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And step through. Well done. So we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So, left knee up. Focus. See how that feels. And then see if you can step back without looking back. Know that your mat is there. Know that the ground is there. That it hasn't disappeared in the meantime. Don't have your stance too narrow. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. So inhaling into the fingertips, exhaling, lunging a little bit deeper. Press strongly into the heel of the back foot. Inhale up. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. One more breath here. And then hands to your heart center. Press into the front foot. Lean into the front foot. Bring your left foot forward. And again, your Vrksasana tree pose here, here, or the top of the leg. And hands to your heart center, or take your branches. Your choice. Inhale up, and it's okay to sway and move in the breeze like the trees. One more breath here. Shoulders away from your ears. And then release your foot and begin to take yourself forward. The left foot heel goes out to the back. Bring your heart center through. Reaching forward. Heart center coming through. 2 nice level hips. One more breath here, and then step back carefully onto the back foot. Lift your arms up back into Virabhadrasana 1. Big inhale here, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Press into the front foot and spring forward. And we're back into Tadasana. So now we're going to make our way down onto our mats. And we're just going to finish with a little twist. So bring your feet out in front of you and see if you can unroll nice and slowly. Shoulders away from your ears. Bring yourself down, and we're just going to bring our right knee in towards our chest again, and we're going to plant the sole of the right foot on the left thigh, so arms just slightly away from your body. Take a big inhale and exhale. Take the right knee over to the left. So this whole of the right hip is going to lift off the floor. And you can encourage it down towards the floor. You can even, if you want to, plant it on the floor. And breathe. So you can use your left hand to encourage it down. Nestle your right shoulder down onto the floor. One more breath here. And very gently bring yourself back to center. Other side, straighten your right leg out. Bring your left leg in, plant it. Plant the left foot on top of the right thigh. And same thing, just a wee twist. Just go as far as feels okay for you. No pressure, no judgment, no comparison. And this side, just notice if it feels different and nestle your left shoulder down onto the mat. And if you can, turn your head and look over your left shoulder. One more breath here. And then gently release your left leg. Bring yourself back just the way you went into it. And straighten your legs along the floor. And come into Shavasana. So tuck your shoulders under. Arms rotated, backs of the hands on the floor. Palms facing up. Heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat. Heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat. And just notice how you're feeling. So life is all about balance, all about balancing challenges, the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, the highs, the lows. And we want to be able to steer a nice, even path through all those challenges that life might bring to us. So just take a couple of breaths and notice how you're feeling. Tell yourself, well done. Balancing is challenging, as is balancing our lives challenging. So just take a nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. And just allow your whole of your body to melt onto the mat, knowing that no challenges now. You're safe, you're secure. You can't roll about or fall over. Just allow the whole weight of your body to sink into the mat. So please stay here for as long as time allows, or as long as you feel you need to, which is maybe more important. Just allowing your body to assimilate all those challenges of the balancing postures. So no criticism, no judgment, just well done. Well done for showing up on your mat. Well done for taking the challenge. So if you're ready to leave now, bring your hands together at your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for this short practice. I really appreciate your company and that you keep coming back again. So thank you so much. May everyone know a life of joy. May everyone everywhere be happy. May we all be at peace with whatever comes. Namaste.